They want you to feel insignificant. They want you to feel insignificant because if you feel that you're meaningless, you're just like a little ant on this big globe that is spinning out of control, traveling through space, meaningless, then you will see yourself as nothing. You will see yourself as very small in the grand equation of everything. And that's exactly where they want you. There is a plan to minimize the middle class in the earth. They want a I was having a conversation with a young man that moved from New York up in Long Island down here to Florida, and he works for me. And so he was talking about, you know, his home, which was not a very big home. It was just a middle class home. You know, he makes about $100,000 a year, and he said that he had to move from Long Island because of the cost of living. The cost of living just got really outrageous for him, right? I'm just out here getting my walk. And he said that the taxes, the land taxes that he has to pay on his house in Long Island, New York, is $16,000 a year. And that's the average going rate for land taxes alone. Never mind trying to buy a house on Long Island. And he says, so what they're doing, you know, especially with the scamdemic, is that they're trying to eliminate the middle class because the middle class, they make too much money. And the middle class is a little bit too independent. They want to control everybody. They want you to feel insignificant, number one. And that in itself is a manipulation. It's a manipulation on purpose. So when they can get you to feel insignificant, that you're on this sphere that is bolting through space at 66,600 miles an hour, it makes you feel insignificant. It makes you feel like, what's the use of trying to be great? Or what's the use of being somebody? What's the use of you, even trying to think that you can be somebody of any type of worth? And that's the trick behind it, because they believe that they are, of worth. They hold many secrets to this world. In fact, they have blocked off. Do you know that they have blocked off access to any regular citizen of any nation to go onto Antarctica for any type of exploration? They blocked it off. Why? God said He's created a firmament. If you go and look up what a firmament is, it is actually a dome, and it's a covering that you can't get out of. So all of the explorations that they said they did, especially with the moon landing, there's so much evidence to show that that moon landing was fake. Why is it that when they landed on the moon, that the moon wasn't glowing, that it wasn't bright? How is it that they can walk on the moon when, if you just go up into the atmosphere, probably about, even 30,000 feet in the atmosphere, you will freeze to death. There's no spacesuit that a human can wear in the atmosphere that high, even 50,000 feet in the air, that wouldn't just freeze you to death. Then to go on a moon that has light, and I'm talking about great light. Why wasn't that light shown in the pictures or in the video? Because they never landed on the moon. Even Buzz Aldrin, who was an alleged, moon explorer, said that they didn't land on the moon. They didn't go to the moon. He said it. So, folks, they're doing all of these things and they're manipulating people's minds because you are actually greater than you think you are. You're actually greater than you think you are. You are worth a lot more than you think you're worth. God created you, he says, in his image and in his likeness. And they know that. That's why they're trying to make you feel insignificant so that they can dominate you, they can manipulate you, they can control you, they can put you in what they call your place in society and make all of these crazy laws that try and shut you down from rising up. That's really what it's all about. That's really what it's all about. So it's domination, it's control, manipulation. It's all going to sum up in communism. That's what the whole globalization project is all about. That's what Klaus Schwab and his cronies from the World Economic Forum, that's what they're all about. Globalization. One man controlling the entire globe or world. First, if you want to put it in right perspective, one man controlling the entire earth as a king. And that's where the Antichrist comes in and the false prophet comes in. And we are so close, we're so close to that, that it's not funny. It's not funny. And so here it is, you have Christians now who are not rising up. Christians are not fighting. Christians are afraid to speak. Thank you for the stars, by the way. Christians are afraid to speak up because they don't want to look crazy. They don't want to go against the grain. They don't want to go against, what other people are saying. Because, and it's not that they don't believe things like what I'm saying. It's not like they don't believe. There's many people that believe what I'm saying, but they're afraid to talk about it. They're afraid to share it when, in actual fact, we are more than they. Let me say that again. We are more than they. If you're having trouble believing what I'm saying, go look at the videos from NASA. Well, guess what? They deleted them. So, so any videos that you might find are from people who recorded the videos from NASA. And they went through them and critiqued these videos. And even the earth that you see, the picture of the earth was carefully crafted in the 1970s. It's an image that they created. The image of the moon is something they created. There's actual evidence that proves that the moon is actually not even a solid, a solid foundation. It's more of a gas. So there's so much evidence out there, folks. But the reason behind the lies and the deceptions is to make us feel insignificant. I put myself out here all the time with all of this stuff, and I know that, people will criticize it, and that's okay. At the end of the day, when I meet God, and he looks at my life and he says, you were a truth teller. You sacrificed yourself, your reputation to tell people the truth. And that's going to account for something. That's going to account for something in the kingdom of heaven. So listen, you'll be rewarded for the things that you do on earth. So do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. Do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. So it's time for us to just rise up and begin to speak in a concerted effort. Begin to speak truth, regardless of if people reject the truth. Speak the truth in love. Tell people like it is. You know that some of the smartest people in the world, the smartest, most intelligent people in the world, they question everything. You know that? Do you know how scientists figure out things? Do you know how technologists figure out things? They question things. How did they make the chip?